Yeah. Welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone is having a good night. Okay, we're not going to be on too long tonight, but y'all, I found something interesting that I wanted to share with you all on tonight. Make sure y'all tap that like button. Let everyone know we are live. Yes, we are live again. Okay. But y'all, this is going to be worth it. I was like, look, I'm up for this, okay? Because baby, is Romeca speaking from the grave and giving us clues, or should I say confirming some things that we probably already figured out. Okay, let's see who we have here so far. Good evening, Susan. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining and for being first in the building. I appreciate that. Hey, Queen Royal D is in the building. Thank you for joining, sis. Hi, Lolita. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. So, y'all, we're going to get into this. Now, let me also say this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Hi, Miss Lady. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Now, y'all, okay, let me say this first. I always have to tell people this. Now, I don't believe in tarot card reading. Okay, I mean that's not my thing. I don't go to it for answers. However, as she even says, this particular one is called Neo Tarot Reader. Okay, it's for entertainment purposes only. That's how I look at it. And sometimes some of the stuff that they say is confirmation to what I already know. Okay, so I always have to put that out there. If that's not your thing, I understand because I don't go to it for that. However, I came across this video today on YouTube from Neo Tarot Reader, and she did one on Romeca. Okay, now I have not seen a lot of the tarot readers doing any readings really on Romeca. This is actually the first one I've seen. Now, like I said, I'm not in that community or that sector, but usually they would pop up like when Malcolm Jamal Warner, he passed away. Y'all, it was a lot of those tarot readers like doing readings on Malcolm Jamal Warner and different ones throughout the course of that. Well, it wasn't a real investigation, but during the course of when people were discussing the different stories we were getting and so forth, there were a lot of them. And I was like, wow. But I think that was some like stuff going on with all of that that I won't even talk about on here. But y'all, I'm telling you, but I had not seen one of Romeca. Now, as I went through this and some, like I said, some stuff I just like skip over. I don't really look at it for that. Y'all, there are some things that she is saying on here, okay, that I believe we're going to see in real life some of these things coming to pass. Miss Lady said, I seen that video too, OB. She was on point. Exactly. And with her, she doesn't even know the people like that, or that she's doing readings on. Like she doesn't even know she had to look at. I'm not gonna play her whole video, but she even had to look and say, "What's her name?" Let me see. I want to make sure I'm getting the correct name and all of that. But y'all, let's get into this. Let's get into it. Let me pull it up. Okay. I'm gonna start it here.
Directly impacted by this loss and indirectly, right? Sending you love and light. Yeah. She's acknowledging that someone made some bad choices when it comes to her. They're trying to burn some evidence, trying to spoil themselves, cater themselves, but need to get rooted and grounded to maintain authenticity.
Yeah, that stood out to me. They trying to burn some evidence. Okay. Baby, who trying to burn some evidence? Hi, Amy. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. She said, I literally just watched a video by Mara done 2 weeks ago, and she was on point too. I don't usually watch these types of videos, but they both were on point. Exactly. See, I didn't even know it was another person who did it. Like I said, I kind of skipped through some of this stuff because, it's just not my thing. However, if it's some things we've been talking about, I look to see if it's confirmation or resonates with something I'm already thinking. Okay. Hey, Aries LaRue, thank you for joining. But baby, who trying to burn some evidence? Okay, that was something that stood out to me.
And to be genuine. I would get fire again. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She's acknowledging that this energy is sick mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually, and they were coming in after her for battle. See the sword, air sign, Aquarius.
Now wait, I have to kind of, because baby, she goes fast. Okay, so I got to kind of pause it quickly. Okay, because baby, she just go with it. That sick mentally, baby, it made me think of Holly. Okay, baby, that girl has a mental issue. I'm gonna be honest, in my opinion, I really feel like something is going on with her. Let me rewind it because, like I said, she talks a little fast on this part here.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually, and they were coming in after her for battle.
Coming in after her for battle. Okay. I was like, if that wasn't a way to set up how that really took place, even that particular day. Okay. Coming in for battle.
See the sword, air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and that people were watching the shit go down and enjoying the gossip, and this was a fantasy of theirs.
Now people are watching, baby. Everybody keeping up with this story. When she said a fantasy of theirs, I'm wondering who is theirs. Who thought about this? Okay, y'all. We even saw. I know the newest video that was just released from a different angle, right? And something doesn't sit well with me on that video. Now I'm going to kind of reserve some of the things that I'm thinking about it until I have some evidence, because y'all know how right, Carlos and Holly, like a sick fantasy. And it almost seemed like, I know I was joking in Dee's chat earlier that it was a movie. Okay, it seemed like it was a movie to them, like they were kind of acting in a role. If you look at that video again, the guy who is recording the video is moving in a certain way, a very strategic way. I have watched it a couple of times, okay, in a very strategic way. And it was the part that what really like drew my attention today was right when Carlos was calling 911 on that particular call. The person recording stopped for a second and made sure that they picked that up, and Carlos said it on cue loud enough for it to be picked up. And then he moved. He moved the camera. It started kind of going here and going there. And notice when it was released, what were they trying to say? They were trying to say that Carlos was trying to save Romeca. It was very direct into as to why they put that out. But the way it was videoed and recorded, pay careful attention. It's almost like they were there for that purpose, to record certain things from certain angles. I even listened back to that first witness, and I remember her saying that there was a guy, after all this was over, came up and was kind of dapping up Carlos, like he knew him. Okay, these things are starting to stand out as we go through this. The mentally unstable goes along with Holly's restraining order. She projected on Romeca her own mental instability. Exactly. I agree with that. I agree. Hey, Brittany, welcome. Thank you for joining.
She said, keep using this deck. It was a fantasy. Energetically, allegedly. Okay. Romeca. Yeah, there was some kind of expectation of something, trying to give birth to an idea, a manifestation. There also could be a child, and acknowledging there's a lot of copycat energy, trying to be like her.
That copycat energy, trying to be like her, wearing her clothes, okay, trying to be her. I would never, but girl, you were trying to be her, watching her videos, trying to wear a white dress to your baby shower because she wore a white dress to her baby shower. A lot of copycat energy.
Again, made some bad choices. Look, and now they in their feelings. Yeah, and this is a crush. So this is someone's other. Like, you see what I'm saying? This is someone's significant other. Not. I don't know if these people were serious, and I just feel like I'm speaking in reference to a relationship outside of Romeca. Thank you. Yeah. See, there was arguments, putting people in their place when it comes to this couple over here.
Look at that, y'all. She said there were arguments and putting people in their place over the other one that was a crush. Okay. We already know there were pretty much, and I think she's gonna say it on here. I think I'm gonna let her get to that part. But yeah, I'm gonna let her get to that part because I think I'm getting ahead. I watched it a little and I'm getting ahead.
Okay. Again, fulfilling a fantasy. This is what they talked about. In the gym, doing more than just working out.
Y'all know who I thought about when she said in the gym more than just working out? I thought about Carlos, how he always goes to that gym and doing more up in there than working out, baby. And that could go a couple of ways. Okay. That could go a couple of ways. Was it somebody up there at the gym? Or were they trying to set all of this up while at the gym? Because remember, the text message, okay, that they had shown or revealed said that Carlos was going to the gym that day. That was kind of probably going to be his alibi. Hey, Karen, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, trying to make sure that he put it out that he had a purpose that morning, that he was trying to go to the gym. So they put that information out. Like, they're being very strategic on the information that they're putting out, although we've heard that there are other videos and things of that sort that we have not seen. Okay. Oh, so you watched this one also? Yes, Karen, I just watched it too. I didn't see the whole thing yet. Hey, Brittany, welcome. Thank you for joining.
A bugaboo in the area of relationship. And this has to do with family time, venting and talking about their issues. Okay.
When she said this has to do with family time, venting and talking about their issues, it could have been her talking to her family about her business, what was happening with Carlos. Could have been Carlos, her telling her business to him, and some of that information kind of getting out. Okay. So that was just something I was thinking about too when she said family time and her venting. I even know her mom said that she shared a text message where she said that she was tired of fighting and so forth. That reading was on point. Exactly. Please do a reaction to Mara video. Is gonna correlate with this one and it's more in depth. She channeled Romeca energy. Oh wow, I've never heard of hers.
Romeca, on the day of your transition, what is it that you want to share? Moving in love and light. There's a child that is crying. So we see a little boy, and this could be healing one's inner child or an actual child crying. Water, anxiety, sadness, fear, depression, wanting to clear cancer and release this to manifest a life that one does want. We also see a mirroring number 11, taking accountability and responsibility for your actions, no matter how big or small of a role that they play. But we do have a child, and at the heart of it, wanting peace. But there's tears, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And this has to do with someone coming and saying, hello. And this is an energy of concern. It's a message of concern. And it looks like the clock is either 10:10 or 2:50, but this is an energy of concern, okay? What else?
The day you get your former dentist near me, 24 hours.
Enamored. It just keeps saying that somebody was like overwhelmed by her beauty or her charisma.
Yeah, she does talk fast.
Your transition. Yeah, and they stole something from her mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and or financially.
And her life. Okay, her life. They stole that from her as well. Check this out.
And this is going to a court of law.
Y'all heard that? This is going to a court of law. I see it popped up in my feed and I watched it and my mouth was floored. Romeca says there's a video of the fight. Oh, Mara. Oh, really? Well, that's what I'm saying. They obviously do have some extra footage that they just have not shared yet. And someone told me today, they had shared something from Facebook, right? And in the comments underneath the video, somebody had shared a video of Romeca and Holly. It was like looking like they were about to fight. But by the time she got me the information and told me to look at the comments, they had removed it. It was no longer there. So y'all, we also have to be careful too with some of the things being put out because y'all know that we have a lot of AI stuff. We have a lot of technology. People can edit things and all of that. So we got to make sure that it's authentic as well, the things that are being put out. She did the video, okay, about 2 weeks ago. Okay, got you. So I'll look for that too. I was mad I couldn't catch it live. Yes. Oh my gosh. So she said this is going to court. Okay.
Yeah, obsessed. This karmic femme was obsessed and jealous.
Oh, whoa, wait, girl, you be going too fast for us. Wait, what you say, girl?
Mentally, spiritually, and or financially.
Again.
And this is going to a court of law. Yeah, obsessed.
Obsessed. Okay, we know that. See, this is just confirmation. Okay, we could tell, girl, you watched her every move. Okay, obsessed. What else?
This karmic femme was obsessed.
Karmic femme. Ooh, it looks like, y'all, it almost looks like when she was standing there by that car with the braids up. Okay. She had those braids up on top of her head.
Obsessed and jealous.
We know that she was jealous and very envious.
Also doing some love spells. And people are into rituals all the time. I'll be trying to tell you, but that ain't my business.
Now, I have been seeing y'all, for those of you who believe in that type of thing, some of these chats, people were talking about this being some type of ritual, okay? That Romeca was allegedly some type of sacrifice. I've been hearing that word or seeing that word popping out recently. Royal D said the same thing. Queen, obsessed, jealous, etc., trying to be Romeca. Exactly. D has said that. Right. Her love spell ain't work. Right. And you know what? Because it ain't working, she felt like the only way to get rid of Romeca was the way that she did. Okay. So you were trying little stuff, but it just wasn't working. So to me, I feel like she needed to get rid of her in her mind. That's what she was thinking.
Message of concern with this karmic masculine. And there was an expectation that something be done. The ancestors are watching. The ancestors is always watching. And karma will spin the block. I promise you that. Spirit says it's in the middle of the deck. But she's in bliss now, on the bottom. She is in alignment now. Wow. I don't know why that song wants me. And there was a ritual. So somebody was playing with her energy. Anyway, don't cry for me. Don't shed a tear. Like that's the song that's coming through. Don't cry for me. That's a hard one, y'all. All right, so she wanted me to go back into this relationship. She transitions kind of quick. I'm like, do I cry? Okay, no. All right, got it. Don't cry for me. Okay. Strong will, very determined, very like stout and stoic, and 10 toes. Like I'm seeing someone pushing her heels into the ground. Like, she was strong. Okay. Yeah. Then I tell you, Karma spin the block. She said, and Karma is gonna spin the block. Okay.
Not Karma gonna spin the block. Come on now. Okay. And yes, we see that she was very probably strong. She seemed like a strong girl. Her family has even confirmed, that she was tough, that they fought. The girls in that family fought the boy cousins. They fought. That's how they were raised. She seemed strong even at the end where she was really trying to make a life for herself, okay, and her son. So yes, but baby Karma, about to spin the block.
I've said it in my other readings. When you cross energy and energy is in the other realm, they're bigger now. What you gonna do with that big energy? You know what I'm saying? And she's making sure that on her end, justice prevails. For her child, energy is saying justice prevails. So whoever crossed her, karma, my fair lady, sees all. And it's gonna come a day, it's gonna come a time when you're gonna feel that fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Because there's upheaval, there's change, separation, loss, challenge, right? And spirits acknowledging people are whispering. Two things they saying is the truth. One is a bold-faced lie.
Two things that they're saying is the truth. One thing is a bold-faced lie. All you do is lie. Carlos, in the words of Romeca, all you do is lie. You just lie. Every video I've seen with her arguing with him, she's calling him a lie. Okay. So what's the lie in this? What part are they trying to get us to believe that's a lie? Okay. All you do is lie.
And she said from the pit of hell, and you know it. Whatever's done in the dark comes to the light. Whatever's being suppressed will come to the surface.
Whatever is being suppressed will come to the surface. Whatever is done in the dark will come to the light.
She's acknowledging this has to do with somebody saying, that's my man, that's my man, that's my man.
Who y'all think that is? Okay. That was easy. That's my man, that's my man, that's my man. She had to be strong, especially with the mental torture Holly and Carlos were putting her through. Exactly. See, Nicole, this is the first one that I saw, but Amy said that there was another lady too. I hadn't seen that one. Hi, Original Bay. Welcome. And welcome to the Open Book family. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hadn't seen one. This is, and y'all, a lot of this I come across just from the home screen. Like I was just looking through YouTube, and lo and behold, I said, "Oh, Neo's here," because I used to watch hers for Brianna, the former Mrs. LaTruth. She would do some on her. So I've watched that one, and I think it was another person I watched, but I don't just watch all of them. And so I said, "Oh my goodness, she did one on Romeca." Now it's another one that I usually watch too when we were covering Malcolm Jamal Warner is the Chanel show. Now I haven't seen her recently, and one of the reasons I like watching hers is before she goes into readings, she actually does content and commentary. She does research as well. And so she'll go through all of that part first. And so I love her show as well. So I've been looking, I think I did go over there the other day to see if she had done one, but she had not done one yet. Poor Meeks, she went through a lot. Exactly, D. I agree. She really did.
And she said she will get the last laugh.
Oh, Holly. Romeca's saying, baby, she's going to get the last laugh.
Okay. Because there was dead peacocks, death to something that was once beautiful.
Wow.
Listen, she said you could pull that deck again. Okay. Relationship.
Do not pay your next car insurance bill. Repeat, do not pay your next bill yet. So I found this.
She said Pandora's box is open now.
Pandora's box has been open.
Oh, look at the cards. She said the bandaging the broken heart. And there goes them whispering witches. It's 3 of them.
Now, y'all notice this card fell out twice. Okay, I don't know what that means. Like I said, I don't know what all that means, but the picture, okay, I saw it twice. Now, I've already said this, okay? I truly really feel that there were people around her that were paying attention to some things that she was talking about and telling them. And there was some playing of both sides. Okay. And so much more I want to say on that, but I'm not. But I just been peeping some things. And even earlier in this deck, when the other deck, when she was talking about the venting and things like that, some of this is sparked by multiple people. And we just have to be careful. Hey, Ace Stokes, welcome. We have to be careful who we vent to, regardless of whether it's family, friends, or whoever. Not everybody wants to see you succeed and have something that they don't have. And yeah, I'm going to just leave that there for right now. But you never know who's preying on your downfall. So that made me think about this when I saw this particular card. There could have been people she really trusted that were preying on her downfall, that was sparking some of the gossip, some of the things that were happening. She probably didn't even know why, like even with the text messages. And me and Dee, we were talking about that the other day. I just feel that Romeca would not use her son's phone to text another girl. Like, if she gonna do that, she can do it from her own phone. But it's like, thinking about how crazy all of this is starting to come out with this guy, I was like, who else? How would she know Romeca's son's phone number? And then that's when Dee said Carlos. And so I'm thinking, wait a second. Do you think that he was possibly texting Holly the times when they were together or whatever from those phones, from his son's phone, from Romeca's phones, making it look like she's saying certain things to Holly? Why would Romeca send a picture of her private area to another woman? Okay, now he may have had a picture of her private area in his phone. Okay, I'm just saying, this is allegedly, this is just my opinion. Just like when he was standing at that car trying to pretend like he was helping her up or tapping her, making it look a certain way for the optics, for the video. Okay, I see right through you, dude. I see right through you. Like, seriously, all of this trying to make it look a certain type of way and stuff like that. No, it's not working. Okay, it's not working for some people. So you can put out whatever video you want to put out, try to make it fit a certain narrative, and we're seeing right through it. They might be doing some witchcraft to help Holly beat the case. Child, they can keep that too. It's giving real Lifetime movie. Exactly. And when he was up there acting, it was given to me. Okay. F-list actor at best. Okay. Not just strangers will dislike your progression. Hello, Susan. Say it again. Hey, Creisha. Good evening. Thank you for joining, sis. He was helping set up for the restraining order. I believe so, Original Bay. I could be wrong, but I believe so. Everything was put into place. Okay. They were setting the stage for it, and her butt seems like she just a ditzy that she wouldn't even think of doing some of this stuff. He was probably really helping her, unless Holly got into his phone and sent it to herself using one of the Google numbers. Possibly. That's another possibility. They both crazy. Okay. This is my first time hearing about some phones. Where did this come from? Oh, this was on the restraining order that Holly had. She was saying, now I don't know where the proof is from all of that, because baby, she should have attached some proof. But she said that, and these were under the reasons why she needed the restraining order, that Romeca was allegedly calling, looked up her grandmother's address and phone number, and was calling there, telling her she didn't like Romeca, and she was going to beat her A, that Romeca was calling from her number and her son's number, hanging up or leaving messages. She had liked the video on or TikTok or Instagram, one of them, and she blocked her, and she was inboxing her. She looked up her mom's phone number and was texting her saying, I'm going to kill unalive Holly. She just had like a list of telephone numbers she must have looked up was sending messages here, and then brought up, yeah, and one time when I was talking to Carlos, you could hear their son in the background telling her, don't hit my daddy. What they got to do with you? Even if that did happen, we don't know if that happened, like, we don't know if that's really true or not, but even if it did, girl, what did that have to do with you and you putting a restraining order on her? That didn't even have anything to do with you. So it just, I mean, a lot of just, my phone number. Oh, he called me. She called me. She did this. She did that. She did. It was just little stuff, but they had never, it was nothing on there saying she physically felt threatened. Okay. It was just phone calls. I didn't see any receipts. Okay. No receipts. Just all this. We were supposed to just go with your word. She was granted that by default. It wasn't like they went before the judge and the judge loved all of her proof. Child, no. Okay. It was because Romeca did not show up for the court date. That's when she was granted the restraining order. I wonder what he was saying to her when he was tapping on her. I was trying to pick that up too. Because they stayed there to get that part. I'm gonna listen to it some more. Each time I listen to it, I hear something different or see something different. But he specifically said that loud enough to be picked up on the recorder. Then, if y'all notice, he gave it to his address. Okay, her mom said 21st Estate is where he lives. That happened on Cermak. Okay, so when he was saying hello, trying to pretend like he in a movie, he said 21st Estate, so that it made it look like she was at his place. Sir, we peeped that. Okay, so stop it. That acting did not work. Hi, Lottie Divine. Welcome. In one of the videos that Keys played, it sounded like one of the bystanders said he just shot her. Oh, you are so correct. Okay, I thought I was crazy too. I saw another content creator shared the video and she brought that up. And I said, girl, I didn't even, and this was my first time seeing her video and I subscribed to her today. I said, I thought I was crazy. I didn't want to put it into the chat because I didn't want people coming for me. like, girl, why are you making up stuff? And so she said, no, you're not crazy. I heard the guy said, okay, y'all look back at it, and I really just don't want to show it on here tonight. But if y'all look back at that video, the guy said he shot her. Okay. Now the other witness said she saw Holly shoot her, right? Well, another person's theory was Holly started the shooting and then handed the pow over to Carlos and he finished it up. Okay, which is why he probably got more blood on him, because really, if you look at Holly, it didn't look like she had I don't think I saw any blood on her. Okay, I don't know if she was just a sharp shooter and was able to hit her without hitting him, because if he was holding her or in a chokehold, you would have thought he would have been afraid that bullet would have went through Romeca to him. So that's the $1 million question. How did it not hit him? Unless he had the pow and was shooting. Okay. And maybe she started and he finished. I don't know. That was just something that was being put out today, which makes sense because the other witness did see her shoot. And I also need to go back to that witness statement because there was one thing she said on there that made me think, did she see everything? Do y'all remember her saying that she went to a smoothie shop and she had said that she was telling people not to come out because there's some shooting? So my wondering is, was she watching this happen from a distance and then came closer? Or was she just standing in the midst of someone pow-powing, right there? You see what I'm saying? So I didn't want to put that out there because I haven't looked in depth into that. But since you brought this up, I was like, let me go ahead because I paid attention to that too. And he said he. So I don't know why he said he. And then the girl in the same video said, look, she still got the gun. Remember? So at some point, he handed it back over to her because Holly was holding it on the sidewalk. Okay. Allegedly. They need to look into Romeca's son's phone to see his phone was when those messages were supposedly sent. Exactly. That would be good if they did that. When you watch Mars' video, all the stuff Holly was saying in the restraining order, Romeca was being done to her by Holly. Romeca also was saying Carlos was standing over her laughing. You know what? Girl, I wouldn't put it past him because we couldn't see what he was doing, okay, up close. We saw from a distance what it kind of looked like. And then at one point, y'all, she looked like she was trying to get her strength to get up at one point. If y'all really look at it, he definitely gave the wrong address. He gave them the wrong address to slow them down. Exactly. But other people have been calling. I heard it also. I thought maybe he made a mistake. He was another witness also. Yes. Well, his rapping and acting won't be good. Okay. The rapping or the acting. Okay. Neither one of those going anywhere. Wait, what he shot her, thought that Holly, well, that's what we were saying. We got to see Brittany, because on one video, one of the guys said he shot her, but the girl said that Holly was holding the pow pow. So we're just trying to see, I don't know. We don't have any real proof of that. They was up very close. She ain't have to be a sharpshooter. But Karen, the reason I said that is if she shot Romeca, like how this girl, I'm just trying to see, like I think she was from the sidewalk. I don't think it was an up close thing. I think because when the first witness said she went to the passenger side, I think she shot from the sidewalk, which ballistics would have to look into that part to see how far and where the book. And I don't even know if those people are that detailed, to be honest, to go and check all of that. But has she had some really good classes? Because you would, if you have, it reminds me of the Martin movie, okay, with Will Smith, Bad Boys. And remember that guy had him around his, chest area, and he wanted him to shoot, but he was standing there. He moved his head right in the nick of time where he was able to hit the guy holding him and not hit, I think it was Will Smith. That was the one being held. So in this particular case, how trained was she? Because if he's holding her in a headlock and you shoot, you better make sure you aim and shoot where it just stays right there with her, so that bullet would not go through her body to him. Okay, so that's why I said, I don't know how that worked out. If she was a really good shooter, or if it could have happened possibly a different way. I wonder if she went to the smoothie shop after the incident to tell them it was a shooting, don't go out there. That's what I need to find out. I got to go back and listen to that part. Did y'all notice Carlos had something on under his shirt? He either had on a bulletproof vest or a full upper body. Now, wait a minute. Original Bay, now, that would make more sense. Now, I haven't seen that. I don't know. But that would make sense that in case it did, then he would be. Now, that would also show that this was premeditated. Now, I haven't seen that. Did you see that? Because I haven't seen that. I just finished watching your last video, and you edited it. Right. Hey, joy to the world. Okay. Yeah, this one was very random. My last two, those were planned. Okay. This one was just supposed to be a short little live. Yeah, that's what the other reader was saying. He laughed. Really? And I wouldn't put it past him. Y'all, on that video. The way he was standing there. Hi, honey drip. I said that same thing. That everything she put in those restraining orders, she was describing herself. If everybody think Romeca was crazy, but it was really Holly. Yep. And that's almost like projection. I think that's what they call it. Yes, I remember that open book. I think the bystander was staring at a distance at the smoothie shop, and she told people to get back. There was a shooting going on. That's what I'm wondering, Brittany. Because was she just standing there in the midst of gunfire happening? Or was she off to the side and saw a shot go off? Like Holly shooting once. And then he could have possibly, someone who's scary ain't going to have a good handle on a pew-pew. Okay, right. That's my thinking. Now, he wouldn't have been able to be caught with the pow-pow. That could be why he would have handed it over to her, so that he wouldn't get caught with it. Yes, Susan. That part they need to look into when she got her license to carry and when she filed those restraining orders. Exactly. She filed the restraining orders December 2024. And the process continued because they were trying to serve Romeca, and they eventually did serve her in July when it went into effect. So I don't know though when she got her license to carry. That part I don't know. And when she bought that pow pow. That's a good point. Hi, Miss Sexy. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Holly, so scary. Is it possible since the gun was already loaded that Carlos loaded it? Possibly. And I definitely believe it was already loaded. I'm going to be honest. Because no way possible. In the midst of all of that, if Romeca had got away from him and she was saying that she was running over that way, it's no way she would have hurried up, ran to the side, go put some bullets up in there. No. It had to have been loaded. Yes, Nico, I got to look into that. That would, that would change some stuff. You can see it good as soon as he walked away from the young girl that got blood on her hand. Pause it and look at his back. Okay. Let me take this off. Let me pull up. Now you got me curious. Let me find it. See, I told y'all once we got to talking, I was like, oh shoot. This is not gonna be a short live because like we like to talk about this and get into okay, here it is. Okay, hold on. Let me move the comment first. Hold up, y'all. Told you every time we look at something, we see something different. I'm sure. Wait. It's something right there. Y'all see that little lump? Is that what you're talking about? Let me go to the end of the comments. Original Bay, is that what you're talking about? I see a little lump back there, a little curve.
I'm licensed to carry. It doesn't matter. You shot somebody, nigga. What the fuck's wrong with you? Calm down. Calm go back down.
So y'all, okay, I'm gonna go back. How far back? Do I need to go back a little further? Let's see right here. I mean, you could definitely see something. Okay, hold on. Let me see here when he walks right here.
What the fuck's wrong with you? Calm down. Go back down. She put the gun in the car.
Wait, before we do that, did Holly have blood on her hand? Did she have blood right there on her hand? Because y'all, I'm wondering, how did she get blood on her hand? I'm just curious. If she shot her and she wasn't the one holding her, how did she at some point go over there? Yeah, she was just too calm. Right. Let me go back to some of the comments I made. She applied for the Pow Pow in April. Okay, April, and got it in June. Oh, Karen, really? I missed that part. So she applied for it in April. She got it in June. Then the restraining order was finally served in July. Romeca got unalived in September. Oh my goodness. I never knew that part. This was planned. There's no way around it. I think the only reason they let her go was because of the restraining orders, but now they have more context, which is why it's going to a grand jury. Exactly. Exactly. I'm really thinking like there's a relationship going on. Hello, joy to the world. Okay. I've been thinking that when I first saw the pictures. I was like, that DL stuff taking place. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna move it some more. Now, someone said he handed her something. To me, it looked like he was like she was standing there looking right. And so when he pushed her back, I believe her hand just kind of touched his hand. I don't know if it was a handoff of anything. Let's check. Let's look at that too. But right here, I do see something under this t-shirt. See, she looks down at her hand. Her hand is open though. Yeah, when he's walking away, I can't see if there's a vest though. He looked back. He did have time to take everything off. He had time, y'all, because he went back home. Remember, after this, he went back home and changed his clothes. Then he went up to the school. If there was gunpowder on him, on him, that was a way for him to remove the evidence. He could have just thrown the clothes in the washer. Okay, if he has a washer, or taken them off. Because if he would have kept that and they would have scanned him for residue, hey, he had already changed the clothes. Man. Right. It was by default, Brittany, because Romeca didn't show up to the court case, the trial, whatever, the hearing. Okay, I did see that. Yeah, she was too calm. Okay, so yeah, it was a lot of blood. Poor thing. Yep, he did walk over to the fist bump, but the person who recorded it, the fist bump, this angle did not pan all the way over there, but you could see him going over there to do it. Holly's hand, okay. I was trying to see if she had blood on her hands. And for somebody that was going to get into a fight, baby, your hair is still in place. Okay. Jack is still on. See, she's not covered in blood like him. Now, see that other hand? It looked like it has some blood on there. See that? How did she get blood on her hands? Hi, Elaine. Welcome. Okay, that's what Neo Tara was just saying, too. We're going to go back to the rest of that. Yeah, it looks like she does. He handed her the gun. Thank you. Bless, is that Bless J? Okay, because baby, I don't have my glasses on. Bless J. That's why I was trying to point that out. I was wondering if maybe when he handed her something, he got blood on her hands. I think he handed it off to her. Yes, Brittany, girl. Hey, sis. I'm wondering this, though. They keep saying she had her baby with her. So y'all was on the way to the gym with the 6-month-old. Right. That's what a lot of people have been questioning. Yeah, she exposed Lori. After that, they couldn't question her. I believe so too. Yep. Yeah, the other girl, she pushed his hand off of her, and that's how she got blood on her hand, the other little girl. I get that, but as a mom, I'm not taking my new baby into a nasty gym. She doesn't care. The whole time she was out here, baby, I never saw her go to check on her baby. Okay, she was standing out here on the phone. I hope she had the air on in the car. She doesn't care. She out here having a whole fight, whole gun battle. Okay, and the baby's just in the car. I don't know if the baby was hungry, needed to be changed, scared, or what, because she didn't care. She started this whole process in December, and she was waiting for the opportunity to do what she did. Ain't nothing complicated about this case. Only thing Holly feared that day was an ass. Okay, now that's true. Okay, now that part is true. That's probably why he didn't take his shirt off to apply pressure to her wound. Now, he didn't apply pressure because he probably didn't want her to make it. I know some people were saying it was a bulletproof vest, but it could have been one of those weighted vests that you use to work out. Oh, okay, Brittany. Possibility. The family needs to sue that entire police department. Yes, I agree. For how they handled that crime scene, I definitely agree. And they would definitely win because all of this is on video. Okay, we clearly see him walking into the crime scene with his shoes. He got blood on. Y'all allow him to go home and change. Like, it was so much. I would definitely file a lawsuit against them. Yeah, they're both crazy. Police crooked. He didn't bend down. Nope. And welcome to everyone coming in. I wonder if he threw those clothes out, and that's the evidence the reader saying was destroyed. Also, I believe they deleted some phones. And yeah, they can delete all day, but that stuff it's out there. It's in the clouds. Okay. They keep that. They can retrieve all of that. It never goes away. I believe so, honey drip. I believe so. No, I can't, Brittany. Okay, let me take this back down. All right, so let's go back. Let me pull that back up. Where am I going?
And she's saying two things y'all saying is the truth. One is a bold-faced lie, and you.
So two things that are being said, she's saying is true, and one is a bold-faced lie. Y'all, out of all the stuff we've been talking about, now, like I said, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, hey, don't start thinking, but think about this. Out of all the things that we're hearing, two things are true. One thing is a bold-faced lie. I wonder what that could be.
Know it, and you know it. She said this has to do with a love like fire, and now he's drinking away his pain. I don't know who the fire sign is. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She said they holding on. And there's a friend request.
Uh-oh.
But there's also some sexual healing. And so, okay, I hear what you're saying. He's guilty as charged. And this is going to affect a marriage and or commitment. I'm not.
He's guilty as charged, and it's going to affect some type of commitment.
Not sure if they had a relationship while he was in relationship with someone else. And what I'm saying is in reference to Romeca, I'm not energetically, it feels like there could have been an entanglement which created more fuel to a flame. If her and him broke up, basically, like Spirit's like, I'm seeing a simplified math equation. I don't know. 1 + 1 = 2. Like, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, if they broke up and then he moved on, but he went back, you know what I'm saying, a couple times, that added some fuel to the flame.
It wasn't self-defense. Gotcha.
Okay, she said somebody is on the down low.
Carlos.
Nobody has to know. Also, there's this energy subconsciously that they were made for each other because of this manifestation, this idea, and or this child. But this was the wrong path. He was not a part of her righteous path, and she's aware of that energetically, right? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit.
I couldn't
A lack of belief, giving up, surrender with the Seven of Wands. Throwing water on the flame in the area of business, but also in the area of passion for Romeca Meeks. Excuse me. What else? There was reckless arrogance and violence with the Knight of Wands, fire sign in reverse, lack of energy, no passion, boredom with the Ace of Wands in reverse. And this was somebody's idea. Again, this was their manifestation. It just keeps saying that. This was their bright idea. This was their happy news. This is what they wanted.
Wow, y'all heard that? First, she said earlier, fantasy. This was a fantasy of theirs. This was their bright idea. This is what they wanted. Okay? He wasn't trying to help her. He was faking like he was trying to help her. And because people were talking about how, he could have done this, he could have done that, that's why they released that video to shift the narrative to make it look like he was trying to help. But I don't feel that he was trying to help her at all.
Page of Cups. More. She's acknowledging, but things are finally manifesting and growing. There will be results. There will be rewards. Just be patient. With the Seven of Pentacles, Earth sign energy. Her biggest obstacle in regards to this relationship with her child's father. It was a financial mess was an obstacle. Our biggest obstacle in reverse. Loss was an obstacle. Poor financial decisions with the Two of Pentacles.
Financial situation that could have gone back to, I know Keys has shared like the eviction situation that was coming up. Who's to say? I don't know what Carlos does. Okay. I don't know what type of job he has. Was he trying to get money? I don't know. I don't know what he does. Just because people ride around in a certain truck or something like that, child, that is no indication of money. Okay. Because you could be riding around in that and that's your money. It's going into a payment. Okay. So we can't be fooled by that. I know that's right, Elaine. Let's see. It's called Neo Tarot Reader. Yes. Thank you, Brittany. No, he won't help. He wasn't helping looking at the video. The look in his eyes when that witness was screaming, he was mad. It was people there that saw it. Exactly. They did not count on the videos being released. He had his seat. Okay, y'all, think about this. Now some stuff is coming to me too. Okay. He had his videos that was going to create the narrative that they wanted it to create for her to get off, right? Strategically, they had people in place to get this done. Okay. So the plan was, probably in my opinion, okay, I don't have any proof of this. Let's do this and you're going to get off because we're going to say it was self-defense. They going to know she was trying to come at you. I'm going to show them videos of how she was aggressive. She was going to fight you. You get your restraining order. I already have that. Go get your license to carry. We're going to have that. I need somebody to come down here, record this, okay? Record this angle. We're going to get somebody here. There's also another video. Remember I told y'all on the other one, it was from a different angle, but you could see Romeca's body. Like it was up close. That's the one when it first happened, okay? And I believe that one was sent to her mother. Remember that her mother said that she received that video first. Now, who would know Romeca's mom's phone number? This is not even the video that I saw when it first happened. This is yet a third video that was there during the aftermath. And that one was who got that shot? Who got that close to her body to be able to record that? Now, what they did not bank on, though, was the video that went viral. That whoever was out there recording that part, I don't think they knew about that. See, he went to social media too soon. He went there saying, this is the worst day of my life, trying to set the stage, okay? However, the other video had gone viral. So now it's like, oh shoot, this is an end that we hadn't tied up. So now what do we do? Okay, because they thought, oh, we could just go with this. Nobody really, you have witnesses around here. Nobody gonna really talk and speak up and all of that. So we just gonna go with this. Okay, we'll show them this little proof. Hey, get her coming at you, get her popping off. Then you go ahead, you have the weapon. I'm giving it back to you. Da 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 da. Because I can't go down having no weapon. So they have their footage, but they didn't expect the other video to start going viral and for us to all find out about this. This was probably supposed to be a local thing right there in Chicago. Just another story, just another young lady that lost her life, unfortunately. And this young lady lost her life because this other one did it out of self-defense. They had been getting into it over this guy. And that was supposed to be it. But now, because people are catching on that it's something deeper to this thing, now they're having to get us. I don't know why. You trying to prove it to us. We not the jury, okay? But trying to get a certain narrative and have it look a certain type of way. That's just my opinion. I feel like they got what they needed, but it didn't go the way they had planned. I feel they're going to get away with, I said this from the beginning and stand on it. So sad. Did he convince Holly if they unalive Romeca, they could be together and married? Possibly. Be broke as a joke. Right. She was being evicted because of his, from breaking her sliding glass door and whatever else. Yep. Where's Diddy when you need him? Okay. Now where's Diddy when you need him? Y'all definitely know there's more videos of that scene somewhere. Oh yeah, because we already know 3. So definitely some more. Facts on facts. Yes. Okay. And who's to say he wasn't one of the people recording? Okay, we knew about him after the fact. Okay. He the one that started. See, everybody had the narrative out there, but he is the one that started putting out the videos to try to change the narrative. So my thing is, dude, we didn't even know who you were. And why they send that to her mother? That was just tasteless. I just cannot believe someone sent that to her mother. So it had to have been someone that knew her mother. Yeah, D call him nappy head. I remember that open book. That video shouldn't have been never sent to her mother. Yes, it was heartless. Yes. Holly threw rocks and hit her hand. She knew how Romeca was, so she played internet games to get under her skin. Yeah, to get the restraining orders. And that witness also said, y'all, that she was taunting Romeca. They were trying to get a response out of her that day. They had to. Okay? His butt was probably standing in the street. He the street man. Because every video and picture, you're standing somewhere in the street. Okay? And if you notice Romeca's car, you could double park in that area. The position of it looked like she just kind of quickly moved right there to the side. It wasn't like far over to the right to double park next to a car. It looked like one of those quick, let me move right here right quick. I don't know if he was trying to block her, waved her down. See, we don't know that part yet. We don't know why she pulled over. Okay, hey Jermaine, welcome. We don't know. Yeah, Carlos making promises that he can't to Holly, but she may tell on him if he makes a wrong move or does anything to piss him off. Yes. His friend that was talking about Romeca recorded them. I believe he was one of the people there. I think it was multiple people. That can happen. The humiliation. Yep. A lot of shade going on. Yeah. Well, they were down the street, across the street from the school, Miss Sexy, but they were near the school. I don't know why they were parked out there. Yeah, probably flagged her down. Okay, let's continue.
Blocked emotions was an obstacle. Bad news was an obstacle. Breakups was an obstacle with the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Abuse of power, poor planning, and a lack of a father figure was an obstacle. Wow.
And they stated that allegedly Romeca's father had passed away. So yeah, that could go into that part. Definitely, Carlos was the abusive. Okay, abusive power. Yes.
In regards to her child, okay, thank you, Spirit. She feels unfocused due to a bully. Like there's this energy, like this is a missed opportunity to be with her child with the Knight of Swords. And she wants me to take out this deck actually, because it's like, thank you, Spirit. I know why. Okay. Past life. Your past life has shaped who you are today, but it doesn't define you. Perhaps you've been dwelling too much on a past memory. Look at how those experiences have helped you grow, but know that you are constantly evolving. The other message to her child is spirit. The power of your spirit is always here, quietly supporting you. If you feel lost, take time to listen to your inner voice. Through meditation or simple outdoor activities, you can reconnect with your inner strength. And then lastly, synchronicity surprise. So this is what the other card was saying. She drops little hints, nudges, feelings. So he could very well be saying that he feels her, sees her. But life's coincidences are often the universe's way of guiding you. Have you noticed unexpected synchronicities? These signs may be helping you find your path forward. So, I mean, it's the love that a mother has for her child, right?
Yep. And you know, on that last day, that note that she wrote to him, y'all, everything happens for a reason. And I hope he remembers that forever. Those were his mom's last words to him. And I hope it gives him comfort, peace as to what she spoke over him and how she felt about him. You know, and I don't know if any of you have lost your mothers, but that resonates with me because there are times when I do feel her presence as far as something she would say, I'll laugh, you know, or I'll hear myself say something that she would say. And I was like, oh, I sound like my mama, you know, or I may see my son chew sometimes and he looks just like when she would chew, you know, so little things like that. And he's young, you know, when he comes into the understanding of what it is, you know, of really, really missing her and what happened to her. I just pray for him. I know that's a hard journey. Carlos may have some video footage before the actual shooting in his phone and might have. Yeah, I think so too, Karen. Yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that. And he had his phone. Remember, he had his phone in his hand when he was standing over her. So, how did they get the video up close and personal of her? Then how could he? It's like, it's the audacity for me. It just makes me angry to even think if he did something like that. That's your son's mother. Someone you proclaim to have loved at one point. And people would treat dogs better than how he treated her on that road that day. Like the audacity. That's heartless, soulless. And the witness even said he looked mischievous, very demonic. Yes, Elaine. Very demonic. Yeah, she should be in jail. His cousin. Yeah, okay. He probably was another one out there. See, everybody that he's sending, they're questionable to me. Okay, they may have been out there too. Because they were acting so sure that, oh man, he was. How would you know? Were you out there that day?
Yeah. And when I say homesickness, thinking of the past, we have a child, family, support system wanting to reunite, right? Anything else you want to share? There's some information that hasn't got out yet. She's going to make sure it gets out.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's not speaking up. Somebody's not saying what they need to say with the Page of Swords.
Uh-oh. Somebody not saying what they supposed to be saying. She gonna make sure it gets out. Uh-oh. What's that info? Yes, because didn't the cousin say he was supposed to meet him at... Yeah, girl. Mm-hmm. He still loved Romeca, but he couldn't have her. Yeah. What information might get out? Somebody's supposed to be speaking up. Who not speaking up? Interesting.
And she says energetically she's going to overcome these challenges. She will be victorious. There will be a change, a structure, plan, action, and she's determined. But she's also acknowledging that she's an absent mother due to someone who was rude or a dependent woman with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's get there because I feel some anger coming off of that. The Queen of Swords, this other woman.
Okay, these ain't clocked yet.
She's negligent, dependent, and a bad parent with the Empress in reverse. She brought pain, unwelcome changes, loss, trauma, loneliness, crying over spilled milk.
Right,
She has a lack of energy, no passion, boredom with the Ace of Wands. Child.
Right, honey drip.
She's saying that she needs to listen to her intuition and tap into her higher self with the High Priestess because she's in a space, she's in limbo. She doesn't know whether to stay or go.
Wow.
Wonderlust, make a decision, taking a risk, even wanting to.
Man, that just makes me think because y'all, I mean, I only think of these things on movies, but now that she's thinking about this, I don't know how that works, the transition and so forth. But is it because it's not like she's fully at peace yet? Because everybody's trying to figure out what really happened. You know what I'm saying? Look at how it ended. I can only imagine the confusion. She's probably looking up at him like, are you going to help me? Like, did this really happen? Like in shock. She had just left her baby, dropping him off, the lunch, the note, all of that probably just went through her mind. She hadn't called her mom yet that morning. So it just makes me wonder, like when she just said that, that's so sad. So sad.
Travel far with the Two of Wands. She's going to be an absent mother. Spirit says what goes around comes around.
Come on now.
And Spirit keeps saying karma said it's going to split in the block. Absent mother, rude, and a dependent woman with the Queen of Swords. Yeah. But she doesn't want to end the reading like that. She don't want to end the reading like that. All right. So a message to family, message to collective, message to parents, child, family, and friends. I don't know. Does she like to travel? 31 is significant. For a significant globe and possibility. The earth, is as vast as ever, but in the 21st century, you have the benefit of connectivity. With advanced technology at your disposal, you have the world at your fingertips. You may be making important connections online, preparing to travel, or literally moving to a new home. This movement, whether it be to relocate for a job, an unexpected trip, or a metaphorical journey of learning, may force you out of your comfort zone, so embrace it. Expansion is in your future. So get ready to experience different people, perspectives, and growth opportunities. You may meet someone or start a type of long-distance communication in the course of your travels. The globe is a reminder of the possibility of how big the planet is, and at the same time, how small.
Right, honey drip.
Trust in the direction this movement takes you. And remember, there is so much potential in this world, and a wonderful opportunity. She says, explore it. Start a new journey, a successful completion. There's some upcoming travel for someone, online communication, travel plans, but she wants you to look at the possibilities that surround you and that this world is huge, so take advantage of it. And then that song again is like, don't cry for me. Y'all, call me back.
Ooh, that gave me chills at the end. I ain't gonna lie. Wow. She said, don't cry for her. Karma gonna spin the block. And she said she's gonna get the last laugh. Somebody out there is supposed to be speaking up, but she gonna make sure that truth gets out. Okay. Yes, Miss Lady, we were talking about that earlier. So that's something else. Uh-oh, hold on, y'all. Did it blink out? Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay, my bad, y'all. Technical difficulties. Lord. Okay, but yes, Miss Lady, we were definitely talking about that earlier. I did hear that. I thought I was tripping. Okay. So I want to look into some things before I even get into that because I want to go back and listen to the first witness when she was talking about the smoothie shop. And was she at the smoothie shop when she saw the shooting, or she up close and personal when she saw the shooting? Okay. Because it's possible a couple of things, scenarios could have taken place in that. Did one of the guys actually see Carlos get a shot off? Okay. And Holly possibly got one too. I don't know. So I want to look more into that part. Somebody going to tell the truth. They might start turning on each other. Yes, exactly. The violence is keeping Romeca's spirit unsettled. Wow. Maybe it's not as simple as witness protection. ICE is serious in Chicago. I just have a sick feeling that witness number one. Ooh, I hope they are. Yep, I hope they get justice. Hi, Robin. Welcome. Susan, I don't even think it's that. I just think Carlos was somebody out of her league. She got him and went crazy over him. Girls like Holly don't know how to act. Yes, exactly. Yeah. The pick me girl. Right. Carlos might have given the wrong address, but Karma knows exactly where to find his butt. You better say it, Susan. Okay. Joy, you right about that. Could be why she made it clear. She didn't want to be on the stand. Right. I seen a post Romeca's sister made and look Carlos on his birthday. She said she knows what happened. She's going to keep being quiet. Maybe Romeca. Oh. So she said that she knows what happened? Why is she not speaking up? Huh. Hey, Jazzy J. Hey, sis. Good evening. That's weird, baby. Okay. And Romeca was tough while she was here. She still got that tough energy. Okay. She's not playing with them. Y'all better speak up. Whoever it is, y'all better speak up. She said, and she said two things being told, they're the truth. And one thing is a bold-faced lie. She said that twice in this reading. She said it's, oh, she also said it's going to court too. She said that it is going to court in this reading, allegedly. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. But hey, I hope it does go to court. Do we know what type of work? Yeah, that's what I want to know. I don't know what he does. She's been very quiet for some reason. All the witnesses are going to be subpoenaed to court, right? Yeah, she coming in through the spirit, baby. She's not playing. So they better quit playing. Okay? Tell the truth of what really happened to her. Because something she said is a bold-faced lie. Let's see here. Now you said the other one, her name was Mara. Okay, is it Mara Intuitive or just Mara? Who was that told me about that one with Romeca? Because I want to make sure I'm on the right page. This might not be the right one. No, I don't think that's the right one. Was it Elaine? Somebody told me about that one. Or Amy. It may have been Amy. She can't speak up to us because it would ruin the case. The downside to us doing this is the closer we get to the truth, we also, right, honey drip, right. I agree. Oh, just Myra. Okay. I agree. Yep. That's why some stuff I keep to myself. I want to tell y'all out loud, but at the same time, I don't want them to hear. Okay. I don't want them to hear. Okay. Because you know they listen and try to tap in. Oh, that's the thing I thought about too. Okay, let's see. Okay, so hers is not that long either. Okay, let me pull this up.
Open fire on Romeca. She was unalived instantly. Witnesses say that they saw a man hold Romeca down, had her in the headlock, while another woman attacked her. Witnesses also say they heard the woman scream out, "I have a license to carry! I have a license to carry!" as if that justified what she had just done. In my opinion, this was pointless, could have been avoided. Romeca lost her life to gun violence. This was a cold-blooded murder, in my opinion. And yes, there is more to the story. Now, that woman who opened fire on Romeca was taken into custody. Here's the catch to that. She was later released without any charges against her. And then the next question is, what about the man that was there that is allegedly Romeca's and this woman's baby father, who I feel, in my opinion, was nothing more than an instigator?
Right.
What about him? You guys, I'm going to tap into Romeca Meeks' energy. I want to channel her to find out her side of the story. What happened? Why did it happen? Why? Romeca Meeks. Romeca Meeks, what happened? Tell your side of the story. Romeca says they were arguing for a long time. It just got to the point to where it escalated really bad. There were some words that were thrown out between the both of them. Now, Romeca is speaking about the woman who unalived her. Romeca says, yeah, I said some pretty nasty things to her and him, but they came at me too. I hear her say, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. How can you do your son like that? Why would you do some shit, some dirty shit like that to your son? Now he ends up without me, and she says, I'm going to make sure he ends up without you.
Oh, wait a minute. So, y'all, so what I'm doing, I'm trying to think about the other one said and see how it coincides with this one. Remember on the one we just looked at, how she said about being motherless, like, him being motherless, and that she, felt like she would be an absent mother. And now this one is saying how she's feeling like, how could you do this to our son? Like, I'm not, oh my gosh. Like, ooh, that gave me chills, y'all. I'm waiting on somebody to do a spirit box on her. Now, I don't know about this spirit box stuff, honey. One day I had went over and see some stuff I just stay away. I was like, what is this? They did one on Malcolm Jamal Warner. And I was like, this too creepy. I'm gonna be honest, I can't do that part. 'Cause that was a little creepy, right, Brittany? Girl, Honey Drum said that makes sense a long time because she was unalived at 9 something. What school starts after 8:30? They was out there for a minute. Had to be, even if she was running late. Oh, got you. Yes, that's her page. Mara. Mara. I ain't believing either till they did one on Young Dolphins. But right, I said, that there, no, I'm staying away from there.
Because I'm going to make sure before I go into the light that you will be held accountable for the part that you played, because you got her, you used her to take me out. Romeca is saying that her baby father he threatened her in the past that he would unalive her. If he wouldn't do it by his hands, he would find someone else to do it.
But y'all, doesn't that go with the video? See, this is what I do. I try to think of real life, like, okay, remember the video he did? Jazzy J, girl, you crazy. Look, everybody's sleep. Is everybody sleeping here? Let me turn on all the lights. No, I'm playing. But y'all remember the video he did that Key showed where it was like a little rap song? And remember, he was saying something to the effect, if she left him, he would pow her. Y'all remember that rap that he did? I forget the exact words, but he was saying it, if she left me or something, I would do da 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 da. Okay, so y'all remember that. Okay, Joy says she remembers it. Okay, now that goes to what she's saying right here. That he would do something to her, and if he did by his hands, it would be by somebody else. Oh, okay.
Would make remarks to Romeca stating, I'm going to get you dealt with and I'm going to get away with it clean. I won't have any blood on my hands.
Ooh.
So Romeca is saying, even though her and the other baby mom got into it, it went both ways. She feels like her baby father used the other baby mom to get to her. And that's what's missing from the story. I hear her shouting out, he used her. He used her. He tried to use me to do his dirty work, but I wouldn't do it. He used her. He used her to take me out. Wow. Romeca says she was dumb enough to fall for it too. Not me.
So wait, do y'all think it was a plan for it to be reversed? But Romeca didn't want to do it. Oh my goodness. I ain't saying it is. It just had me over here thinking. He tried to get her to do it. She said, I ain't doing that. This one here, see, she's weak though. You could tell. Like somebody said earlier, he probably sweet talked her. You know, she never probably had no man, no thuggish ruggish. Y'all know the thuggish ruggish kind. She's from the wealthy area and blew her little mind. And then pumping all of this stuff into her head. Brittany said, but he did end up with her blood on his hands, literally. Okay, say that again. His hands are forever stained. Okay, you better say that again. Hey, 3G, shout out to you. And thank you for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for tonight's live. Thank you so much. Yeah, forever, Britt in Cardi's voice. Okay, and it's still on his hands. Okay. Wow, y'all, that's deep. Because he actually does had her blood on his hands. Could be because I heard today it's a video where he's saying he not with Holly. It wouldn't surprise me. Like, seriously, girl, I'm telling you. He was trying to use Romeca to do it to the other chicks. That's why they saying Romeca had a problem with all. See, this dude, I'm telling you, I just get a bad vibe that he tries to set stuff up to get these girls to fight over him and things like that. We don't know what other situations this happened with Romeca. And, you know, we don't know their business like that. We just know this Holly Romeca situation because of all of this that's taking place. But did he try to set up with somebody else? He has other baby mamas too. Okay? Like that thing resonated like, what? Exactly. Can't think straight. That toast himself. I just joy to the world. You are funny. Yeah, her hands are stained too. He didn't think about his son. Yeah, he didn't care about his son. He wasn't thinking, I'm taking my son's mom from him. He wasn't thinking about that. Wow, I got to rewind just that little piece right there. Wow. Okay.
Enough to fall for it too. Not me.
I don't think he does either, Joy.
Romeca says she was hit so fast. She didn't even know it was I have to watch my words, you all. She didn't know it was a shot to the face. She thought that he had punched her in the face really hard. And until she saw she says, I saw myself leave my body, like my spirit left my body and just started running and running. And she says she saw her spirit float to the sky. And there was this woman there that looks like my grandma. Her grandma? This is her grandma on either her father's side or her mom's side.
Mm.
Great grandma. Her great grandma met her. Her great grandma pulled her up. Romeca was not ready to enter the light, the white light. She wants justice and she's not going anywhere until she receives justice for what happened to her. She wants both of them to go away forever because she says it was premeditated.
Oh. Uh-oh. It was what? Wait, what? Premeditated? Is that what we've been thinking? After all the stuff I seen from Holly, especially the never have I ever, it's just given she was going to get the man by any means necessary in her eyes. Romeca had to go. Oh my gosh. Yes. She was gone before she was gone, the way it sounds. Yes. It almost makes y'all think about the movie Ghost, right? That's what it made me think about. Because he didn't leave yet. It was things that had happened like that was suddenly, but his soul was not ready to go yet until they found out the truth. It just kind of made me think about that. Justice for Romeca. I absolutely believe that Holly planned it and Carlos gave her the green light. Possibly. I think he planned it. They said Carlos moved her body. She probably would. Yeah. Well, he kind of went on the video that I saw, this recent one. It looked like when the cops started walking up there, he gonna pretend like he pulling up on her jacket to lift her. I was like, what? I didn't understand why he was doing that. That didn't even, what was that supposed to do? He wasn't trying to help until they walked up. Like, come on now, sir.
They planned on doing this to her. But she says the instigator is her son's father.
Yep, I can see that.
He put her up to it, is what Romeca is saying. He put this female up to it. This is what he does. Everybody knows how he is. He gets people. He becomes really cool with people, especially women, and he uses them to do his dirty work. That's what he does.
That's why he using Q. Okay. He putting Q up to do his dirty work. He sent his cousin up in there last night to Keys Live. Okay. Whoever the motorcycle man is. So he's getting close to these people, men and women, it looks like. Okay. Sir. Oh my gosh.
Was the only dumb one to fall for it.
She the only dumb one to fall for it. Wow.
Romeca says people don't even mess with him like that anyway. They fought a lot. Romeca says she fought a lot with her son's father about money, child support.
Uh-oh.
And
wait a minute. That goes back to the financial thing that the other one was just saying. Okay, so maybe it's on his end with his finances. He wasn't trying to do the child support, fought with him over money. Sir, what? Don't tell me you don't have no job. Do you have a job? Where does he work? Does he have money? Where is he getting his money from? Because it looks like this could have been a situation that she was going back and forth with him about some child support, but with 6 kids, that's a lot of child support money. Okay. Right. Straight demons.
the other baby mom interfered with what they had going on and what they were going back and forth about. The other female, the other baby mom would not mind her own business. Romeca says she was always minding mine.
Uh-oh.
And I told her to shut her mouth and stay out of my business. Romeca says she did threaten to slap her when she seen her.
Uh-oh.
But they were in the heat of the moment as far as arguing back and forth. And Romeca said she was saying shit to me and I was saying shit to her. And I told her, okay, bet. When I see you, I'm going to slap you.
Now, slapping and unaliving are 2 different things still. Okay. I'm going to be honest. Okay, so, my thing is those are words where it just shows you, hey, I might fight you. Okay. So that part, I mean, she didn't say she was going on a live, allegedly, hey, entertainment purposes. But is this what, because she said that she felt threatened that she should go and get a pow? Because she said she would slap her, because I've heard girls talking like that before, but you don't hear people, oh, she said she gonna slap me. Oh, let me go get a pow. One like she said, oh, girl, when I see you, I'm gonna unalive you. Holly had that baby and wanted Carlos to forget. About his. I could see that. His family needs to stay out of it because he set it up. Yes, I did too, Sharon. I did too. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, wow. And Holly Scary took her ex to get a PO and a CCL. Yes. Oh my gosh. And you know what? We've been saying that along the way, y'all, that we're not saying Romeca was out there just being an angel, not really saying anything, or she probably was popping off. Okay, she probably was. They probably was going back and forth. However, in the moment, did it justify what Holly allegedly did, or Carlos allegedly did? Did it justify that reaction when she was unarmed? You see what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people are saying. It's not like, oh, y'all just thinking she all innocent and she wasn't doing anything. She should have just kept going. She should have done this. She should have done. Yeah, we could say shoulda, woulda, coulda all day, but we're here now. How do we get justice in this case now? You see what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't justify the reaction in what they did.
This is what Romeca is saying. Romeca says she also said that's why your child is slow. And that may have done it. That may have gotten that other female and both of their baby daddy out the house. But she says it was nothing new. They would always go back and forth. They both said nasty things to her and my son.
Wow.
But now when I do it, it's a problem. She says they ain't nothing but hypocrites. That's all they are, hypocrites.
I did, Joy.
Romeca says, did y'all see him laugh after I got, I'm watching my words, y'all, hit? Because she said she thought he punched her in the face. She didn't even know she was hit right away.
Wow.
But she says, did y'all see my baby daddy laugh? She says he was laughing after she got hit with that gunfire.
And I can see that because if he's fist bumping Holly, then I could see him laughing. And when he was standing over her, he looked like he was tapping her. I wanted to just jump through that video and just punch him. I really did. He was tapping her. We don't know what he was saying. He wasn't saying that part loud like he was saying 21st and state. He was saying that loud so it could be caught on video. Okay. But we couldn't hear when he was leaning down trying to, hey, tapping her. We don't know what he was saying. We don't know what he was saying, like Ike was in the back of the ambulance when Tina was almost out of here. He said he would unalive her if she died. She came back. Okay. We don't know what was said. Yeah, we could have been saying mission accomplished. He's sick. Right. Tormenting her. Wow. That's sad.
I tried to avoid saying that, but y'all, it slipped out. No, well, it is what it is. Romeca claims that he laughed after it happened. He laughed. Before I continue, everything is allegedly. I do not have facts, but energies are always real.
Oh, wow. You made a great point, Original Bay. He looked like the type that was probably saying, see, I told you to stop. And she's going to go get her gun. Oh, and that's what the girl, the witness, said she heard him say. Oh, my gosh. That makes sense. Hey, Mr. CKB is in the building. What are you doing up so late? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are talking about the Romeca Meeks case. Are you going to cover this? Because I'm curious to know your thoughts on what has transpired with this case. We got some, y'all, Mr. CKB is a whole lawyer, okay? Because, baby, we have some questions, okay, about indictments and do you think they'll have a case and all that? You need to cover this so we can come over there and see what you have to say. Honey Drip said, then he gave the wrong name and and the mama couldn't find the body. It was planned that was to buy time to give her mama his narrative. Oh, that's a good point. He gave the wrong name. Oh my gosh. So yeah, y'all, because when she went there, they couldn't even find the body because they were like, who? Oh my gosh. That you brought up a very good point. He stood there and let his other baby mama do that. Yeah, early weekend. I didn't hear about it, but I know now. Okay. Yes, that would be good. Yes, check it out because it's a lot taking place with that. Oh yeah, Brittany. Look, girl, I'm on let's see here. Child, I almost forgot because I've been using Restream. I'm like, well, what I do on Stream, I done forgot. Oh my goodness. Okay, I dropped it. Wow. Y'all, this is interesting.
What got them up and out the house to come towards her was they were just in a heated argument, a verbal argument, all three of them. And she said, when I see you, I will slap you. And Romeca said, I told her that's why your kids are slow. That's why they slow. They all dummies. And she didn't mean it. She just said it out of anger because how they were coming at her.
Oh, got you, sis.
She will stop at nothing until justice is brought. And she wants the ringleader, the instigator, her son's father,
Mm-mm.
and his coward girlfriend, baby mom, to be put away forever. And she's saying she is not going into the light until that happens. If she can't have it her way, she will haunt them for the rest of their days, because this is now haunting my son for the rest of his life.
Oh, wow.
Wanting to know where is mommy? How come I couldn't pick him up from school? She says we had plans. We had big plans. And then they go and do this.
So it appears as though that just that breaks my heart. It looks like there was allegedly, we don't know for sure, like I say, this entertainment purposes only, possibly an argument that took place, and words were exchanged, and she said that's why your kids are dummies, and talking about her kids. She said when she see her, she was gonna slap her. Okay. Yeah, that's what, girl, according to this, they will be Romeca, because guess what? They get Holly. Holly gonna sing like a bird. Carlos will not walk free. Yeah, I believe if Holly gets to the point where she feels like her back is against the wall, she's gonna start talking, and she will have a lot of stuff on Carlos. Yeah, I put Mr. CKB's link in the comment section. Y'all got to check him out. He really does a phenomenal job. I love his channel. He's been over here a couple of times. One of the open books top super chat senders. Okay, look, I ain't had one in a long time now. No, I'm playing. But I ain't playing. But hey, let's see. My baby daddy have two other baby mothers. I'm the first. When me and third baby mama used to come after me, he put her in her place. Okay, got you. Got you. Hey, Gigi, welcome. Yes, y'all. And going back to that, I can only imagine. Yeah, she thought she was going to be able to pick up her son. We go through life thinking, oh, I'm dropping him off, I'm going to be able to pick him up. But her life took a tragic turn within minutes of leaving her son. Then also, I don't know if y'all remember, her mom said that because her birthday is close to her son's birthday, she just celebrated her birthday, 2 days ago, that they had planned on going to Disneyland this year to celebrate. And so that did not happen. And she had other plans. She was going to nursing school. There were a lot of things that she was probably working on. Wow.
She says that female had been jealous of her forever. She has been jealous of her. She says the female has also been stalking her. This is what Romeca is saying.
Uh-oh.
The female has been stalking her social media accounts. She's been receiving a lot of hang-up calls, somebody calling her up, blowing in the phone, singing in the phone, talking about, aha, bitch, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. She says she feels like it was her, his girlfriend, his other baby mom. She says there's a lot that's hiding from everyone. There's a lot that's missing from this story. She said things will slowly unravel.
Uh-oh. Did y'all hear that? See, there are some things that we don't know yet, but they're slowly coming out. If y'all can see, slowly this piece is coming. Slowly that piece is coming. Oh my gosh. Ooh, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. And see, the jealousy part goes with what the other lady just said, Nia Tara. She said that too. Her part said about the jealousy, envy, and who said it earlier? Was it Elaine or somebody said it earlier that the things that Holly was putting on that restraining order were things she was probably doing. And I can believe that. Calling her, blowing in the phone, calling her singing, because she did the whole I would never video. That's another taunting video. Even the witness said that Holly was taunting Romeca right there at her vehicle. Said when she got in the car and was about to drive off, that's when she hit the hood of her car, allegedly. So that's not hard to believe. We're going to stay on it until all of the pieces come out. Exactly. Exactly. Holly used to wear Romeca. Yeah, the clothes allegedly. Like, why would you want to wear another woman's clothes? That's crazy. She was jealous. You can't compete with history. She despised the relationship and love Carlos had for Romeca. Yep, I can see that. He posted that video of Romeca on her mom's birthday. He's foul as you know what, nappy head. Exactly. He was wrong for that. But I didn't even see it on his page. I saw it somewhere else on a guy that I don't even know. It just popped up on my YouTube homepage. And I was like, what's this? I don't even know who he is. So multiple people posted that video. Yeah, used to wear her clothes. Yeah, that's some single white female stuff. I told y'all. That seems like she was really trying to be her. But she's single black female.
She said, because I'm telling you, I was being stalked by his baby mother.
I can believe her.
I was being stalked by his baby's mother. I hear her say, that bitch got me.
Ooh, wow.
She got me. She got me. And this is what they wanted. And he laughed. Her baby daddy laughed. Allegedly. This is what she's saying. I'm saying allegedly, not Romeca. I must be careful, okay, because of the platform I'm on.
Yeah. Exactly, honey drip.
Romeca says an hour before they came and pulled up on her, they were playing on her phone, threatening to get her.
Oh.
And she would call them back saying, I know it's y'all using different. Ooh, okay. Romeca says she believed they were using different numbers, different Google numbers to call her and play on her phone leading up to her unaliving. I'm telling you, she said they planned it. They was telling her the whole day, we gonna get you, we gonna get you, we gonna shut you up forever.
Oh my gosh. Y'all. Now that makes sense. That part does make sense. That shows premeditation also. Okay. This is why it's important to make sure they go through her phone to see what phone numbers were used and all of that. But Holly, on her restraining order, she was saying Romeca was doing this stuff. And she was like, I know it was her because I have an app that shows you, even if a person calls from an unknown number, shows you their number and who it is. I don't know what app that is. I've never heard of that. But allegedly, they were calling her phone saying, we're going to get you. So, wow, I want to hear the rest of this before I try to piece stuff in my mind. Hearing this line to the Popo false accusations, right? Okay, yes, Brittany, I hope they are too. Yeah, she was trying to act like her. Yeah.
And did my baby daddy tell you he popped pills?
Uh-oh.
That's what she's saying. Did he tell you he popped pills? He a pill head?
Oh, Carlos, allegedly. He looked like it on those mugshots.
He used her to do his dirty work and she fell for it. You all, this is what I have. Thank you for listening. Until next time, justice for Romeca Mills and honestly for her son. What to expect next? I see that the family will hire a private investigator and There's already some other activists out there speaking in Romeca's favor, and all of that combined together will bring justice for Romeca. And she keeps saying, not just me, my son and my family. She wants people to know that she's okay, but she is still very hurt because they just took they just took my life just like that over jealousy and envy. And yeah, she's admitting, she said when she see her, she will slap her due to all the things that she's been harassing her with, the hang up calls, all that crazy stuff she's been doing. I hear Romeca say, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. This is what she's saying to me. She's showing me something in my third eye. Let me take a look at this. This is, wow. Whoa. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to act dramatic. Ugh. She's showing me a scene of what happened. Oh my God. So her and the baby.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah, my heart raced. I thought that was it. I'm like, why? You know, because I'm a visual person, right? The teacher in me, like I'm visualizing things, right? So I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is over. And I'm looking at y'all's comments, justice for Romeca. And then I'm thinking, oh, she said, wait. Oh my God, it's like a cliffhanger, like a movie in my mind. Like, what's about to happen? I don't know if I want to hear all of this. This was already heavy. Now, I like that she takes her time. Like the other ones, like she has those cars going fast, like you got to keep up, you know. But she takes her time going through this. But the part we just heard, allegedly, Carlos appeal head. She did say that she was going to slap her if she saw, but she said it was going to be a retaliation for them playing on her phone. Okay. Talking about we gonna get you and all of this different stuff allegedly. Yeah, I believe, girl. Okay, so y'all get ready. I don't know what she about to say, but my heart has started beating. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Okay.
Of what happened. Oh my God. So her and the baby daddy was standing there watching the whole thing. The two females, his girlfriend and other baby mom, did get into that physical altercation, like I told you all earlier. But Romeca is beating her behind. Romeca is getting the best of her. Oh, so Romeca was beating up the other female, and that's why the other female reached for her weapon and popped her. Either way, Romeca is saying that the other female would have still found a way to use that weapon on me because she jealous as hell. Yeah. I can see it. Man. Someone did record it, okay? We could hear within the coming days that if it's not already out, someone actually has a video of the physical fight.
Oh, y'all. Oh, my. That there is confirmation. Did y'all hear that? Oh, my goodness. Y'all. That is confirmation right there. Because remember we were saying there are no cameras around, right? They don't have those street cameras. And I said, well, if they do have footage, because people are saying if there was a fight, if they do have footage, it would have to be from somebody that was there, that was around. And so there have been people saying that it is footage, but we haven't seen that footage. And so it seems like on this part, and remember I said, because a lot of the footage that we're seeing is of the aftermath. And I'm like, well, has anybody gotten footage of them? You know, if we're saying there was a physical fight, two women fighting, where is the footage? So she probably had like, hey, she was getting her. She was probably going at it, getting her. He's standing there just looking. But that gave her a reason to go and get the pow pow. Okay? Because she can't fight. Holly looks like she just can't fight. Okay? She already looks like it. So, like in this, she's saying if she didn't use it at that time, she was going to find another opportunity to get it. Now, because they now had been taunting her, calling her, getting her riled up to the point that now she's fighting, they recorded. Hence, that could then be used to justify self-defense. Are y'all seeing how it's lining up? If that's really out there. Hey, it's Tay Tay. Thank you for joining. Oh my gosh. He's a sad man allowing two of his baby mothers to get into it. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Right, Elaine. Remember one of those dummies said Carlos moved his truck up so they could fight. Yes. And girl, we thinking that he lying, but he might be telling the truth. What kind of mess is this? Oh my goodness. I thought only the kids in middle school and high school did that. Do y'all know in schools they have fight club, fight websites and things like that? Like kids literally plan fights. They have their friends, they know about the fights. They have them show up, come and record, okay? And then they post them to their group or to their sites and so forth. But it seems like we got one of those scenarios that took place. They knew it was going to be some type of fight. I need people here recording, or I need you to record this so we can have proof so you can call it self-defense because you feared for your life. But she would have had some marks and bruises, and the report said there were no signs of marks or bruises. I don't know about that part. Yep, possibly. I would think that too. Now, unless we couldn't get a good look, clear look at her, maybe she felt some stuff, but just was like, I ain't trying to go and deal with all that. You know, maybe she had put her hair back up in the loose. I don't know. But the police was there. The police told him to move the car. I don't know how far up. Maybe he moved it a little, but I don't know why he would have to move it for two girls to fight. Where was his car at anyways? You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't take space. They're not big. Like, why would he have to move the car to let some girls fight? I do remember that it's Tay-Tay. Yes. Okay, I got to take breaks in between. That's why I pause it, y'all, because it's a lot. Oh, my gosh. If y'all want to support the channel tonight, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. My Cashapp is scrolling. Or you can buy a coffee, and that link is in the description field of this video. Oh, my gosh. And they wouldn't fight if the police was there. Exactly. And it also makes me think about what the first witness said. The first witness said that allegedly Carlos was hitting Romeca in the back with the car door. That goes with if they had been taunting her, calling and blowing up her phone, okay, saying all of this, then I could see him if he's saying we're gonna get you. He would be in on that part too, and then probably had his girl fight her. Okay, well, you go ahead and get her. Okay, she said she's gonna slap you. Okay, go ahead and do it. They wanted her to have that reaction so that they could do what they wanted to do. Wow. Okay. Ooh, okay, let's get back into.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like her baby daddy did get involved. That's up until Romeca was getting the best of the other girl, and then the baby daddy did intervene, and he didn't grab her in the headlock. This is what Romeca is saying. He didn't grab her in the headlock. However, he did try. He intervened and he tried to break it up, and it did seem that way. He was basically pulling Romeca off of his girlfriend.
Mm.
He was pulling me off of his girlfriend because she says I was all over that ass. Oh, what was that?
Wait a second. Okay, so Mr. CKB, I don't know how much you know, but how much you getting from this, but there's a guy has two baby. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. Two baby mamas. Okay, they were getting into it, arguing back and forth, blah 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 blah. One of the baby mamas was pregnant. Ended up getting a restraining order, which we don't know if that's legit. Because baby, I don't know what receipt she put with the restraining order, but they granted it to her by default because Romeca, which is the one that lost her life, did not show up to court. She got that granted in July. Got her license to carry. Okay. I believe someone said it earlier, April. I think April. She applied and was granted that in June. She got the, license to carry. Then Romeca was unalive in September. Now they got into a fight, allegedly. And then in the process of all this, she was getting the upper hand on the girl. The girl has, I guess, a pow in the car. Has to be, in my opinion, loaded because there's no way she could quickly go to the car, put the bullets into it, got the pow and shot her, and it unalived her. So now she's claiming self-defense. They took her down to the jail and released her after a day or two. Okay. We don't know what all was shown there and so forth. Now they're trying to see if she's going to be indicted by the grand jury for this, because they have not filed any formal charges against anyone yet in this case. So that's kind of like the rundown of what has happened so far. He said there's a lot of factors to consider when a fist fight between two women end in a shooting. Okay, and this happened in Chicago. No, Holly intervened when. Okay, let's see here. Okay, no, Holly intervened when Romeca and Carlos was getting into it. That's how Carlos had her in a headlock. Well, it's Tay. Romeca is telling us allegedly. Okay, I guess this is the time when she had the upper hand on Holly, and he started pulling her off. Well, I even had said that at one point. I was like, well, was he trying to, get her to go into the car or pull her back during that part? Because why was he having her in the chokehold? I didn't know it was happening right after a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of this is just being confirmed through Romeca, allegedly. Okay. I didn't know it was a physical fight. We've been hearing of a fight. We're like, is it verbal? Was it physical? Because no footage was put out. Wow.
I heard something in my background. I live alone. Sometimes my TV is running. I might leave the radio on, but that sounded like something else. I don't know if y'all heard that. I thought I heard something fall. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna get ready to When I tell y'all, that's why she pulled that weapon, and that's what they're trying to go on. So what the boyfriend and the girlfriend are trying to say is it was self-defense. Romeca is also admitting that she did take the first punch. Do not get mad at me. I'm just the messenger. This is what Romeca is telling me. They got up in her face. They were arguing with her. She said they got up into my personal space. She told them to get out of my personal space. Her words, Romeca. Get out of my personal space. They were both in her face. The dude stepped back. Her baby daddy stepped back.
Wow.
But the girl was getting all up in her face, pointing her finger. And Romeca says she threw them hands. She hit her. And they were fighting, and she got the best of her. And the dude, baby daddy, came up and tried to break it up and was pulling Romeca off of her. Yeah, he was pulling her neck and her hair, talking about get off of her, bitch, get off of her. And the girl put her gun and popped her.
Oh.
We have two against one, and they needed a weapon. And I slipped up and said that GUN again. So I don't know if this is going to be able to be posted or not, because YouTube be tripping. No harm meant, but the GUN. That's crazy. Yeah. So they're trying to scream self-defense. That's why I wanted to tap into Romeca's energy to kind of get like her side of the story. So here you have it. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me stop sharing that, y'all. We're gonna have to. Ooh. Okay, we got Mr. CKB here, y'all, and he's gonna give us his take. Mr. CKB is a lawyer, and he's gonna give us some of his take on this so far, what he's heard, because he hasn't been following like that. But let's bring him up. Hey, Mr. CKB,
Yo,
you
what's up,
looking
Shorty?
nice tonight for it to be so late. Oh my goodness.
Listen, I'm writing this damn brief. I'm listening to your, I love your voice. I'm listening to the voice. No offense to your husband, you know me. You know, yeah. Now I was listening to your voice. I was just catching up. I'm like, what the fuck she doing up? Oh, excuse me, I forgot you. I'm like, what you doing up so late, right? And
Right.
so, the ladies is there, so I'm gonna go where the ladies is at, while I write this right. But listen, so I was trying to get like some sort of background as you was covering, and I was looking at the video. I didn't realize this particular story was about that video with that girl getting shot in the middle of the street, and she kind of just bled out. And then
Mhm.
I think I saw a subsequent video on TikTok of her sister like bawling in her car saying, listen, because y'all stop sharing that because it's this relatively graphic, which is ironic because
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk, not to switch it off the story, but Charlie Kirk's every video of that shooting is off. But when you have something like this, it's just still, playing. But in any event, to the what the fuck is up with this damn controller? To the self-defense issue.
Mhm.
So from the limited amount of information that I have and from your briefing on what you said occurred, I don't see how if it was a fight, if these two girls fought, and even if Romeca was getting the best of that lady, when it comes to self defense, like you have to show it has to be a reasonable ground to believe that your life is in danger to use lethal force. You can't just because somebody is threatening you or somebody is punching on you, you can just blow their brains out. It don't work that way. You actually have to show that you believe that your life was in danger or you was going to suffer serious physical harm. Now, certain factors that they consider is like uh body size. So for example, I'm a tall guy, like right. So if you 6'3" and you fighting somebody that's 5'4", that's a big difference in height and weight and all of that other stuff. So you would consider that. Depending upon the position, if a person is beating you down to bloody pulp and you've submitted, hey, no more, no more, then
Mhm.
perhaps a person can say, or at least a court will find that there's you've demonstrated reasonable belief that you had a reasonable belief that your life was in danger or you're going to suffer some serious physical injuries. But if it's just a mere fisticuff and then the boyfriend broke it up and it was a fisticuff within a few seconds and then this girl Holly, whatever her last name is,
Mhm.
find a gun and start blasting, I don't see how that's self-defense. I don't see that. Yeah, again, I'm ignorant to a lot of the facts, like what subsequently happened, because I remember, at least I vaguely recall, the girl that did the shooting, being pointed out by I think the camera woman, and they arrested her at the on scene. Now I
Yeah.
don't know how she got off. I don't know how she got away. I was under the impression that the girl tried to hit them with the car, something like that. I don't know. My facts was all over the place. It kind of blurred. The story was blurred. But just from a fight, even cases that I've represented, even cases where we raise a self defense claim, like I never
If
had a
she had her
woman self
baby in
defense
the
claim,
car,
but from
would that
huh?
matter if she had her baby in the car?
Oh, that don't matter. None of that. None of the stuff that we would like when I say we public, because you guys like the spice of this of a story. When you look at law, the fact is what it is a reasonable person to believe at that moment. So you having 17 kids watching you is completely irrelevant. It's what is happening to you at that moment. And do you possess a reasonable is there a reasonable cause to believe that you're going to die or suffer serious physical injuries that could lead to death? Right? Not just you, oh, I'm gonna get a busted lip, or I'm gonna be embarrassed, or some vague fear of something else. That's and again, like, as you said, it doesn't matter if a baby's in a car. It would matter if there was a reasonable conclusion or deduction that your baby will be harmed, not some jealous rage, not some I don't like her, so I don't want her around my kid. It has to be you see this lady going after your baby. Like it's a reasonable belief that she's gonna perpetrate a crime against your baby, not your car, because you can't raise up, you can't use deadly force on property. It has to be on a person or on behalf of a person. So you have to have reasonable belief that this girl, Romeca, was going after her baby to cause harm, and it was clear like death harm, not you're gonna take my baby. It's a lot of factors that come into play. So for her to just get released right after arrest, I don't see how it was just a fight. To me, it would have had to be much more. And then while I was listening to your thing, where whomever that was talking said there was video of a fight, I definitely started looking for the fight because I would have to see, how this lady was released.
Yeah, it's not out there yet, but we're
Mhm.
believing that some people have it. They just haven't put it out yet because they've slowly been putting out videos. Like one video was put out, then yesterday another video was put out from a different angle that
Mhm.
showed the boyfriend standing over Romeca's body, and she was still kind of moving, but he wasn't even trying to help.
Yeah, I think that's the video I saw.
Okay.
Whereas the angle was like kind of like you could kind of see the girl more, and then it kind of panned into them working on Romeca while she was on the ground, but you couldn't see her on the ground. Then whomever had the camera kind of walked closer, and then you actually see her on the ground, blood or what have you, and she's kind of faintly removed. It's like rigor mortis is starting to fit in, which is a horrific sight I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
That's starting to set in, and then she's just kind of like lifeless at that point. But yeah, listen, when I have cases like you'd be surprised at the kinds of footage that's out there. You have rain cameras, you have car cams, you have all kinds of cameras all over the place. You have street cameras, you have store cameras. So I would imagine that they definitely was able to canvas the area to get whatever videos they could have gotten. As it pertains to people, I think if people had this stuff, they would have released it already. I truly believe that. Like people don't care about any criminal prosecution or criminal pursuit. They
Mhm.
become their own quasi reporters. So,
Now,
yeah, I'm
oh, go
sorry,
ahead.
man.
I'm sorry. No, go
No, no,
ahead.
go ahead. I was
No.
gonna say, with the advent of social media, everybody want to be a content creator. People would have put that out just to, I guess, have something to talk about. So, or somebody would have found it and put it out and dropped it on their channel to talk about it, like I am.
Right,
Uh,
that's the thing. Now, do you think charges could be brought up if this Holly had the pow pow and she shot her? And it was within a school zone. It was like it was down the street, kind of across the street from the school.
well, not from that perspective. Well, first off, the question would have to be whether or not she had the legal lawful right to possess the weapon.
Yeah, she did.
And if she has the lawful right to possess the weapon, then it goes into what sort of rights did she have? Or was it open carry? Like what was the circumstance? In this instant, it was an exigent circumstance that warranted her to use it. So it's not like she went inside the school brandishing it or what have you. She entered inside the school and an incident occurred that wasn't exigent or didn't warrant it. Like she didn't rob anybody. So from those small facts, I don't see her getting in any trouble because she had a weapon there. It's not like she brought it there to use it against someone at the school or she was perpetrating a crime. It just so happened an incident occurred and she felt compelled to use it. So nah, it would I don't see her getting charged for some weapons in on school grounds.
Okay. What about, do you think this case would be picked up by a grand jury because they didn't file charges against her, and now it's being referred to the grand jury for an indictment. Do you think it's a good cause, for them to take it?
That you ever heard the term that they could indict a ham sandwich? You ever heard that term?
Uh-uh.
Oh, well, yeah. So I say that to answer your question, a grand jury could indict, well, a prosecutor can indict anybody if they want to indict said person. It's really just a matter of whether or not the prosecutor put forth the effort to indict. Now, if this girl is going to get indicted, she do have a right to appear before the grand jury. While it's not something that I or any lawyer, attorney, or whomever would suggest, because you really expose yourself to cross examination, direct examination by grand juries asking specific flailing questions, and you don't have the protection of an attorney to object. But that said, you can say the right things and prompt the right defenses. And once you raise an affirmative defense like self-defense, the prosecutor is required to charge the grand jury to said affirmative defense. So if you're charging her with murder, I can't recall the state it was in, but whatever the statute of the murder says, and she says, well, I'm not, while I killed her, I had a justifiable reason to doing it. And once she say something like that, well, she say, well, I fear for my life, or something like that, that
Yep.
triggers affirmative defense. The prosecutor have to, they require it. They have to charge the grand jury to affirmative defense and explain to the grand jury what that is. And then the grand jury can then ask questions to try to, figure out whether or not she should be indicted, whether or not to issue a true bill. But with that said, like, prosecutors, people get indicted for all kinds of shit. Like prosecutors, I apologize for cursing.
No,
People
you're
get indicted for all kinds of stuff, and prosecutors, they have a way of. I'm trying to find your thing. That's why I keep looking up. I'm trying to find your damn channel so I can look at myself to make sure I don't look crazy.
You look
Um,
crazy.
but people are trying to people get prosecuted. Excuse me, people get indicted for all kinds of stuff. So it can happen, but whether or not it's really on the prosecutor, on whether or not they whomever is sitting before the grand jury, whether or not they do it correctly, or at least do it efficiently to get a true bill signed.
Okay, got you. So I guess that's the phase that it's in now, to see if they're going to prosecute.
Well, you have any idea why she was released in the first place?
No, that's what everyone's trying to figure out. But we've been taking guesses that possibly she showed the restraining order, and we don't know what video footage they have. If maybe they recorded this fight during that time.
So I thought I saw somebody with like in a felony complaint or some sort of complaint that showed why she was initially arrested. I thought I saw that. I was looking at her, at least trying to get it as I was, jumping on your live, because that complaint could kind of fill in the gaps, at least fill in the void as to what it is we're speculating about, because I just don't see it being a fight. Because if it's a fight, now again, there's other factors. Now you just mentioned it was a restraining order.
Mm-hmm.
That matters, right? Because especially if it's a restraining order and Romeca and is against Romeca, and Romeca knew this girl was there, and she go there anyway, then that in itself is a triggering effect, and could prompt a reasonable belief that this person is going to cause serious physical injury to me, especially if it's like some allegations that Romeca has a weapon, or Romeca has a background, a history of violent offenses.
Yeah.
Those kind of effects could really prompt a clear self-defense claim. But just a mere fight, especially between two girls, two young ladies, and they're about the same size, same height, and it fought for a few minutes. Nah, that girl that's murder, because there's no reasonable cause to believe that you're gonna die from some fist fight by another girl. You may get hurt, you may get a busted lip, maybe even a broken nose, but death, nah.
Especially if he allegedly would have been pulling Romeca off of her. Like, to me, she could have retreated and gotten into the car, because her car was right there. She could have gotten into the car, but instead of her getting into her car and possibly getting out of there, then you had time to go to the car, grab your weapon, and then come back.
So let me ask you a question. So is it a situation where this girl did not have a weapon on her when it happened. Like she didn't have her actual hammer pistol on her when the incident occurred. Like the fight happened, and she went back to the car, got the weapon, and came back. That's what you're saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah, allegedly that's what the witness said. She saw her walk to the passenger side of her vehicle to go and get the pow pow. And then
Wow.
afterwards, I'm trying not to say, afterwards, when it all happened, they said she went and put it back into her car on the police report, and it said she put it on the floorboard of her car.
Yeah,
She
I
didn't.
saw the video, that same video that I was referring to. I did see um the girl that was like, I guess, filming, or maybe a bystander,
Mhm.
saying that, oh, she put the car somewhere. She put the weapon somewhere. She put the weapon somewhere. So I did see that. I figured, like, again, I had a case where it was a dude that just came home. I talk about it on my channel a few times for my self defense. It was a dude that just came home, gang banging. He was on parole. He was on the corner selling his work. A rival gang member came, saw him, pulled out, started shooting at him. He started shooting back. Right.
Okay.
We was able to get him acquitted for self-defense. However, he got convicted of the gun. The reason why I said that is because you're saying that she could have ran. When somebody's attacking you, like physically attacking you, whether it's with a weapon or with your fists, you don't really have that luxury to retreat. A duty to retreat is if you can actually retreat. Like it's no, the law doesn't say somebody's kicking your ass, but you got to still go try to run somewhere. No, it's
But he
before
pulled
the it's
her
before,
off. He pulled
huh?
her off, so she had time to retreat.
Nah. So, but that's different. That's you're not. So duty to retreat is when an incident is like when the tensions are rising and you're about to have this clash,
Okay.
and rather than retreat, you continue on with the clash.
Okay.
And also the duty to retreat is when you're going to use deadly force. Now, again, depending upon the state and depending upon the justification laws, she may have it may be a stand your ground scenario. So if it's a stand your ground scenario, she doesn't have a duty to retreat. She could very well stand her ground and use deadly force if that's warranted or necessary. Like when you look at excuse me, yeah, self defense claims like Trayvon, I can't recall his last name, the kid in Florida. One of the rationales that the defense had for Zimmerman was
Hmm.
the size difference.
Yep. Hmm.
So, like, and he based that size difference together with the kid Trayvon was kicking his ass as justifiable reason to believe that he was going to die. When a fight occurred, he didn't. It didn't know you. It's not even rational for someone to believe or someone to hold a position that George Zimmerman was supposed to get up and run somewhere
What did you
while
say?
this
They
kid
said
is kicking his
Trayvon
ass.
Martin. What did you call him? They said Trayvon Martin. Did you say Trayvon Martin?
I said Trey. I thought I said Trayvon. I
I
apologize.
know.
Yeah, listen, man. It's 1 o'clock
It's late.
in
I know.
the
I thought I heard Trayvon
morning. Listen. Listen. But the good thing is, I started an early weekend. I'm
Martin.
not
Thank you,
going in
Tay
tomorrow. I
Tay.
got this
Tay Tay.
goddamn brief to do. I'm not going in. But in any event, Trayvon Martin was towering over George Zimmerman, and not
Yeah.
only that, not in addition to that, he was younger, he was more agile, and he was kicking his ass, right? To the
Mhm.
point that George Zimmerman, at that circumstance, based on those factors, a jury believed that he proved his affirmative defense. Because remember, the question isn't did he shoot him? Yes, just as like in this case, the question
Yeah.
isn't whether or not Holly shot her, or killed her, right? Killing isn't murder. There's a lot of killers out here, but they're not murderers.
Right.
Murder is the the elements. It's the unlawful taking of the life with malice aforethought, right? The lawfulness is what we're talking about. The lawfulness is deciding factor of which would be justification. And if so if this girl is whooping on her, there is no she has no duty to retreat. Now, once the fight is over, for her to go get that weapon and then clack clack, nah, that's murder. That's why I said, like, from the facts that I heard from what you said thus far, I don't
Mhm.
see how she could have not been charged with that, even with the auto the what's the name, the no contact order. even with that, because you left and came back. That's like you leaving and coming back, right? You know, I just don't see it.
Yeah, that part I'm not getting with that part because I just feel like she the reaction did not match, what was happening. Like if you're gonna fight so to so. If you get in your butt, well, just say you can't fight. But if
Mhm.
she had time to go to the vehicle, grab her, then she had time to just get in it and not go and keep
Yeah,
having that
yeah,
reaction and do that. That showed to me get in the restraining order, get in the pow, like you're thinking this through. And then the girl does not even live there. Holly does not even live there. She lived in another part of Illinois.
okay.
So this was their first time, allegedly. I don't know if it was another time. Some people are saying they saw each other one other time, but allegedly this was their first time seeing each other face to face in person.
Hmm.
And
So how
then,
did she get a no contact order or order of protection? How did she get that if it was the first time of the meeting? Was
well,
it
she
a harassment claim? Like what happened?
Yeah, like she put on the form all of this time. Romeca allegedly was looking up her family members' phone numbers, calling them, saying that she was gonna unalive her or she was gonna hit her, slap her.
Did she have
Um,
proof of that? Like did her
that's what I'm
family members?
saying. No,
Okay.
I didn't see
So
proof. It was by
but not
default.
what you saw. This is public, so you really wouldn't see that type of stuff. What I'm questioning is, so if so, remember a judge said this. It's not like you or I did it or her homegirl did it. A judge did this.
Thank
She
you.
went and she made a pro se application,
Hmm.
and a judge ruled on her favor. And this is like a preliminary injunction kind of thing. So for a judge to do that, to just do a straight up order a restraint request, you don't really the burden of proof is kind of relatively low. All you have to kind of show is like a preponderance that it's more likely than not that it happened. So if you're saying this happened, and you may have one witness to say it's happened, or maybe you have a text, that suffices. But again, based on your facts, based on not your facts, excuse me, based on the facts that you stated, it's more. It can't just be she got beat up and then she went in her car, got a gun, and shot her. That stuff, that order of protection stuff is irrelevant. Like you murdered this lady, right? So I don't see how that could have happened and they let her go like that. That's why I would just have to see more. I just can't see it how somebody could find her to be self defense based on what you said.
Right. And someone, Brittany said it was temporary. It wasn't a permanent
Yeah,
restraining
of course,
order.
of course.
And yeah, it was like they kept trying to, because one lady did a video showing, I guess the public paperwork of,
Motherfuckers got everything. I can't
yeah.
find nothing.
And I ain't even got it to pull it up right now, but it was like showing, oh, it was served this day and it was returned. Served, they tried to serve her again, it was returned. Served her
Okay.
again. And so they went through that part. Then she had a little hearing. So eventually
Yeah,
the
so yeah. So
paperwork,
when you get a preliminary order, that's
mhm,
what a preliminary order is. It's temporary. It's temporary restraining order.
yeah.
And then because again, you could say, yeah, I'm afraid of my life, whatever, and just provide minimal proofs. The court would issue that just as a precautionary measure. They can't say, oh no, you got to prove your case because it could be a real thing, and people, women and men have died because the court didn't take it seriously.
Mm,
But once that restraining order is issued, and then you serve the opposing party, the individual that you're claiming, then they have a right to be heard at that time. And then once they heard, then they could rebut it or they could, affirm it or however, and a court will make its decision whether it's permanent or whether to withdraw it or otherwise vacate the restraining order, the temporary restraining order. But I'm just trying to, it's a lot of different things that's floating out that I think I would just need to figure out to make like some sort of like legal analysis of it. But at this point, I just don't see how, especially when you're saying that the boyfriend kind of broke it up or the
right,
baby father, whatever he was, broke it up. I don't see how that's self-defense. That's
right.
murder to me.
That's what I thought too. I'm glad you said that because that confirms what I've been thinking too. And she didn't, I thought she printed it from online. It's Tati. I don't know if she filed it online because she did have like a hearing that she had to go to.
Hmm.
So I think it was just one of those things where you print, probably get it notarized and so forth, and then file it with the courts yourself.
Hold on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The restraining order?
The restraining order.
So typically, again, it's obviously every jurisdiction is different, every venue is different. Typically, you can go to the precinct and they give you the documentation, and then they would tell you what effect it's filing, and then a court would grant it, and then you would then have to serve the opposing party, and then the opposing party would actually have to appear. It would be a date, and you guys, everybody will appear, and then you will be heard. It is a process. It's not like a 1, 2, 3 thing. It is a process because remember, you put a restraining on somebody, you restraining their liberty rights. You're saying that they can't go certain places, they can't have contact with certain things, they can't have access to this and that, right? So it peers onto your Fourth Amendment right to be free from unlawful seizures, search and seizures, which is obviously a constitutional right. So it
Right.
is a significant thing, but it's easy to get, but at the same time, kind of complicated to have it permanent. You actually have to have some sort of evidence. I think the burden of proof is based on the preponderance. Yeah, it is based on the preponderance of evidence too. But anyway, the thing is, I just would have to see it. I would like to see that. I also wanted to see this like complaint, and then I think I would have enough information to do a live stream or talk about it competently because at this point I just don't have enough information.
Yeah, because like you have access to all of that, sir. You know, we need you
Yeah.
on it. You got to do some homework by
Nah,
Saturday. What you got? You already have yours planned for Saturday?
not yet. Son, sometimes it be Saturday when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this.
Okay. Well,
Sometimes
you've been covering Dr. Umar.
I was gonna talk about something else, but then Dr. Umar thing happened like last minute, and I had a little bit of buzz, a little bit more buzz than I have been getting as of late with Umar. So I said I might as well cover him again. And plus, it was still kind of leaning on the whole Charlie Kirk thing.
Right.
Dr. Umar's a content creator. He's no fucking educator. He's nobody. He's not making no school. He's a content creator. Like he said,
Dr. Umar.
he started talking about Charlie Kirk, and then he went into talking about his haters. He's a
Oh
content
my
creator,
God.
right? So like he. But
Wow.
listen, it's what it is, man. Everybody has to make a living somehow, some way. It's just unfortunate that he's duping the public with
Right.
his with said living. He's not actually. He's not only is he not doing what he's saying he's doing, he can't as a matter of law, which I covered. I'm not. This isn't a Umar Johnson chat or live stream, so I'm not gonna belabor you or belabor your chat or your audience with Umar.
Got
But,
you. Well, I appreciate you coming up and sharing your expertise as usual with us. So I look forward. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe and check out Mr. CKB. His link is in the chat. Okay.
Yo,
It's
I
a
have
good
a question. I have a question. What's your favorite? What's your favorite number?
my favorite number, 8.
Uh, Later.
All right, Lay. Look, I'm excited. What does that mean? New beginnings. Okay, the number 8. Y'all, oh my gosh, this has been a roller coaster of a life. Oh my gosh, I don't know where to go with this. We've heard 2. If you came in late, you definitely have to catch the replay. Now, keep in mind, for entertainment purposes only, the information we learn from these tarot readers, take it as you may. Hey, glean from whatever you want to glean from it. But some of it pretty much coincides with what we've been seeing coming out now, and some of the details that we already have had. Okay, and some of the conversations that we've had. Shout out to Mr. CKB. Okay, I appreciate the super sticker and for you being a sponsor for tonight's show. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and you're welcome. And so y'all, I have a lot to look into myself. Like, I mean, wow, this really gives us a different insight into some things that could have transpired leading up to that moment. Okay, because that's been a missing piece to that puzzle. Thank you, Miss Sexy, for subscribing. That's been a missing piece. So yes, y'all, this here, oh my goodness. Make sure y'all like the video, share this info. Prayers still up. I know today they did a march on behalf of Romeca. I did share a little of that on a short, so check that out if you did not see that. They were out there, justice for Romeca. I was like, I'm there in spirit. I loved it. They had on their pink and very unified and boots on the ground, until justice is served. And hey, listening to this, Romeca said she's not going nowhere till, hey, karma gonna spin that block. Okay. Me too. I'm gonna have to start paying for some records. Okay. Right. It's Tay. I'm telling you, girl, I gotta do my own research because things like this, I love trying to figure things out, and I love seeking justice in cases like this. Okay. We want to make sure she has a whole son, okay, a mom, okay, that's grieving. And I don't like for people to feel like they got away with something. No, y'all didn't get away. Okay, y'all didn't get away with it. This stuff is slowly coming out. And whoever, Mika said got some info that they not speaking up about, you might want to start talking, because she said the information is going to get out. She also shared that allegedly, did we know that her baby daddy is a pill head? Now that was some petty work coming from there. Okay. I was like, what? But y'all, you look at all of those mug shots, hey, his eyes look like something was going on. Okay. His eyes definitely look like something was going on. And also, in that last reading, Romeca's, whatever, I don't know what y'all call it, was saying that she did make the first move, the first punch, but it was because they had been like calling her, blowing up her phone that morning, saying, we're going to get you, taunting her. Okay. And she said that when she saw her, she was going to slap her, allegedly. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know if a spirit would be telling on herself like that, but I love the accountability that she was even taking, even in that moment, Yeah, he looked like it. And we know demons never sleep. Okay, hello. I definitely know he's not sleeping with the blood that was on his hands, literally and figuratively, and was probably the mastermind behind this whole thing. And for those of you who came in late, she was also saying that we see him laughing. Okay, you look at that last video, y'all, he was not trying to help her. He was kind of tapping her, kind of looking over. We don't know what he was saying when he was kind of standing there. He waited till the cops walked up and he started pulling up on her jacket. See, I'm not going to forget none of this stuff. I just kind of put it in my mind, bookmark it. So when the pieces continue to come out, I put them all together. So yeah, they didn't get away with anything. Romeca's, yeah, she's still speaking and telling some secrets. All right. But y'all, make sure y'all tap that like button. Also, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And, don't forget to hit the bell, because you just never know when I'm going to go live. Like tonight, this was a random live. I did not know I was going to go live tonight. We've had 3 today. Okay. So a sister is about to go to bed. I hope each and every one of you all have a great night. And until, later on today, because we are now on the next day. This is now Friday. Y'all have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like, share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.